Hi, Taurus Collective. Good morning, y'all. I hope you all are doing well. Let's pull some cards for you. I'm going to just use one oracle card today. The rest will be tarot. I just feel like I need to use more tarot today. Okay, so let's see. What is this reading going to be about for Taurus? What does Taurus need to hear? What does Taurus need to hear today? All right. All right, so it says you may be feeling isolated, rejected, unappreciated, or misunderstood. But today you realize you are not alone. There's a loving angel walking right beside you. Look at that. So this kind of makes me think about the footprints prayer. And although that is more about God carrying you and just seeing one set of footprints, for some of you, if you have been feeling like you've been dealing with something by yourself, not supported, not fitting in or something like that, you have an angel right here walking beside you. Bottom of the deck, you have number 333. Y'all can look that angel number up if you want. It says, connect with Jophiel, the archangel of beauty and wisdom. Through the colors yellow and deep pink. The number 333, the element of fire, and the gemstone citrine. So citrine is connected to the root chakra and the sacral chakra. I see that as Mars, Saturn, and the Sun. So Leo, Aries, Aquarius, Capricorn. Okay. Anyway, she works through flower essences such as dianthus. I don't know what dianthus is. I mean, I guess it's a flower essence, but I've never heard of that before. Okay, so some of you could be seeing the number 333. Look that number up and see what the meaning of it is, because obviously I'm not going to know off the top of my head, but you're working with Archangel Jophiel. Okay, let's see what you need to hear today. I just had like an image of somebody going into a, what do you call it? Like a convenience store. Like a gas station convenience store or something like that. And you know how you open the door and you hear the bell chime at the top of the door? I don't know why I'm hearing that. That can mean something. Maybe somebody's stopping at a gas station or convenience store today for some reason. But I just keep hearing like the bell. Like when people push the door open and you hear the bell. To notify the attendant that somebody is walking into the store. Now maybe that's a message about somebody walking into your life. Something new or somebody new entering your life. I don't know. Let's see. You got the Six of Swords. Look at this, y'all. This is your spirit guide. So they are not playing about you. And here you go getting the ship again, the boat again. Okay, this is about being spiritually guided. So if you are feeling alone and this woman is on this boat alone, normally she would have a child on here with her, but she doesn't. It's just her. I don't know if that could be a message for some of you. Someone could have lost a child. I don't know why I need to say that, but that could be possible for some of you. Hopefully not. I hope it's not true for anybody, but it could be possible because there usually is a child on this boat, and this boat is the child is not here. And she's also facing the spirit guide, which is unusual because she's normally facing the other way. Kind of giving me a message here that the reason why she's normally facing the future, facing away from the more choppy waters, is because she's leaving behind something tumultuous. Okay, she's moving to calmer waters, but she is facing the past. So for some of you, there could be something that you've been trying to heal from. You're trying to move on from, and your spirit guide is right here for sure. They're definitely walking beside you, but it could be that you are still maybe dealing with some grief about something. This card is about healing, okay? So maybe you feel like you're slowly healing. That's Aquarius Mercury energy. What else you got? That could indicate travel or moving away, literally. You have the Eight of Swords. It tried to come out in reverse, but it flipped in the upright at the last minute. So this can talk about overthinking, feeling trapped, feeling stuck. It's all in this person's mind, though. She's not literally stuck. Look at the blindfold. It's not even tied. You look at the swords around her and even how her hands are tied. They're not even tied. It's like literally just around both arms at the same time. It's not even intertwined. So she can literally just stand up. She can literally just take her arms out of this makeshift, I don't know, handcuff, and she could move. And there's so much back here, like this bustling life going on back here. It looks like nightlife. I don't know why I can't talk, y'all. But it's like she's missing the action because she's so caught up in whatever her thoughts are. And considering you have these swords are all about, you know, our thought patterns, communication, the way we are processing something mentally. So it feels like you may be feeling this way, this isolated, rejected energy. For some of you, maybe you have an issue with a child. Maybe a child is not speaking to you right now. Or you're not speaking to a child, because it says you may be feeling isolated, rejected, unappreciated, or misunderstood. And like I said, where's her child? There should be a child on this boat with her. So it's either, you know, like I said, hopefully nobody has actually lost a child, even though, I mean, I know it happens, but maybe it's just that you're not speaking to a child right now. You're at odds with a child, or maybe it's just distance. It could be that as well. Some of you could be worried about a child, thinking a lot about whatever's going on with them. Somebody can have arrested development, though. It doesn't even have to be a child. It could be anyone in your life, because the Eight of Swords is actually like an unawakened twin flame if it's a relationship. For some of you, you might be reluctantly trying to heal and move on. Maybe leave a twin flame or soulmate behind because you feel like they have to catch up to you. As the Divine Feminine, which is who I read for, regardless of your gender, it does, you know, the story of the twin flame is that the feminine does lead. She leads by working on herself, loving herself, healing herself. And then the Divine Masculine catches up to her. He has to catch up to her. That's just the way that it goes. I don't know why. But we got Gemini, Jupiter here. A lot of sword energy. We got the King of Cups and the Ten of Cups. I just started hearing this song by Wu-Tang Clan. Can it be that it was all so simple then? I think it's Wu-Tang Clan. Anyway, so you have Pisces energy, Scorpio moon here, Pisces Mars. This is one big happy family. This is a marriage. This is two children here with this man and this woman. And then, like I said, over here, you just have a woman. I don't know if there's some grief about the loss of a spouse, a child, children, or just a family member in general. And you see how the boat is here? Like, I don't know if that's sailing away. Yeah, I guess it's sailing away. This is something family related. I was only supposed to get one card, but these two came out together, and I like them. They both represent emotional fulfillment. I actually feel like you are moving towards emotional fulfillment. Some of you, what's about to happen is, if you are single, if you are leaving a traumatic situation, healing, moving on with your life, even though you may feel at a crossroads, you may feel stuck, there is a happy ending here with the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is your happily ever after. It's your Cinderella story. It talks about emotional fulfillment, wish fulfillment. Okay, having everything that you need, not only emotionally, but also this could talk about having the money that you want, the home that you want, the job that you want, the love that you want, all of it. But it does talk about the nuclear family, the American dream. And I don't know, some of you could maybe live somewhere else, maybe outside of America. Maybe you're thinking about, with the Six of Swords, relocating. Maybe you're thinking about, this is going across a body of water overseas. So maybe some of you are thinking about moving, relocating, and having that American dream. Even if you're not in America, just take it however it resonates, okay, y'all? Overall energy for you is the Ten of Wands. Okay, so this, you got two tens here. You could be seeing 10, 10. All right. This is burdens, stress, everyday struggles. However, this is when you get to the point where you're like, I can't do this anymore. You know it's taking a toll on you. And this card does represent achievement. It is an uphill battle, but it's when you get to the top of the mountain. Now, interestingly enough, I want to count her wands for a second. Hold on now, because there's a message here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She has 9 wands on her back. Check this out. And then she has 1 wand here she's picking up. So it almost feels like, for some of you, this could mean that even when you are stressed, burdened, overworked, taken for granted, whatever, you still continue to reach out. You help other people. You still have this fight within you. Because the 9 of Wands does talk about an ongoing battle, feeling like life has you on the ropes. You want to quit, but you are persevering. You are resilient. You are the last person standing. So you have like this no quit attitude. But this can talk about being in survival mode as well. And picking up one more wand could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. It's interesting because y'all know everybody's talking about that movie Straw by Tyler Perry. I refuse to watch it because I just can't with Tyler Perry. But this is kind of like the last straw. For some reason that just popped in my head. So it's like you could feel like you're at your wit's end. But the good thing about the Ten of Wands is there's only one of two things that's going to happen. You're either going to continue to pick up wands and it'll make you collapse because you can't carry all this dead weight, or you'll realize that you've done all of this work. It's been really hard. It's been backbreaking, but you finally gotten to the top of the mountain. Maybe this last one is the last test and you're about to pass this test. I feel like you are with the Ten of Cups and the King of Cups. This could also be a spirit guide as well. I feel like you have a lot of spirit guide energy in your reading. Okay. Let's see, Taurus. What's going on with the Six of Swords? Some of you could be thinking about relocating. Wow, you got a lot of swords. So you got cups and swords and wands. You don't have any pentacles here. So it feels to me like maybe when it comes to your finances or something like that, it feels like you could be doing well financially. This doesn't feel like it could be related to work, but for some of you it could be. It just feels more like it's a thought process. So this Knight of Swords in reverse, I'm not in reverse, I'm sorry. This Knight of Swords is moving backwards, right? The Knight of Swords talks about somebody that's on autopilot. I feel like some of you could have a tendency to attract people who trauma bond with you, right? The Knight of Swords is someone who's kind of confrontational. He is impulsive. He's hasty. This can represent impatient energy as well. I don't know, but this is also the energy of like a push and pull, like maybe a hot and cold relationship, somebody inconsistent, because he is about sudden arrival and departure. Now, this could be telling me that you are about to start slowing down with the Six of Swords, and you're about to move into a period of your life where you're not in this very hectic, hasty, impatient energy. Or this could be telling me that you're moving away from a connection with someone, maybe a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. This is somebody still in the prime of their life. Maybe you're more mature than them and you're just like, okay, it's time for me to move on. However, again, she is facing backwards. She should be facing the future. She's looking back at this Knight of Swords. So there's something here that's a little bit still curious when it comes to you and this person. That could be why she's picking up this last wand. Maybe you're giving somebody one last chance. Maybe you're like, okay, I'm going to try this one last time. If they don't get it right, maybe you got your ducks in a row to move on. Okay, this doesn't have to be a person though. This could be you. Again, this represents being on autopilot. This could be you showing up for people, defending people, protecting people, being there for them. And that is your nature. Might make you, look back and say, well, it's hard for me to move away from this. However, you're still moving on, even though you're doing it by looking back. Okay. Just think of somebody walking away from something, but they can't help but to turn and look back. That's kind of what I'm getting, because she, again, should be facing the other way. All right. That could be the message here. But this Knight of Swords could also be someone who is trying to make their way back into your life. Again, a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini, namely a Gemini. And you're a little bit tired of the inconsistency with this person. So you are reluctantly moving forward. And that could be why you are facing backward. Okay. What's going on with the Knight of Swords? The Hangman. Yeah. So you are getting to a point where you're feeling like this is Pisces energy. Something could be significant about the fall, maybe with this person or with the Pisces, a Pisces or an air sign. But it's like you have a new perspective on the situation. I feel like you're enlightened. You see the light around this person's head and he's smiling. So it's like maybe something here that was causing you grief before. Because again, this is leaving a trauma bond. This is the calm after the storm. But this can talk about sacrifice, martyrdom, like taking one for the team, okay? Like, all right, look, I can't fight for this anymore. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to be a person. Whatever it is, some season of your life, you're like throwing your hands up, okay? You're just throwing your hands up. Some of you could feel like, I take back what I said about the job thing, because sometimes the Ten of Wands can be aimlessness. So maybe not really knowing what you want to do with your life. That could be what this is as well, like a dead-end job. I always say it could be like maybe working multiple jobs and feeling like even though you're doing that, you're just not making the money that you want to make. So that could be for some of you. This talks about stress-related illnesses, talks about a compromised immune system. I'm just trying to give y'all everything that it could mean. Or diseases that come from stress. Okay, like worrying yourself to the point where you're sick. You get yourself sick. So I don't know if that means anything to anyone, but the Hangman is when you're like, okay, no, I can't keep moving like this. Let me take a different look at this. Let me see this from a different perspective. It could be this air sign person you're seeing from a different perspective now. So what is the outcome of this? What is the outcome of you seeing it from a different perspective? The Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay, wow. Aquarius moon. This is when your conscience starts kicking in. See, this is the subconscious here. The Hangman. This is your intuitive nature. This card can also represent divination. So some of you, when it comes to being spiritually guided, you could be looking at a lot of tarot to make a decision about how to move forward in your life, or what to let go, what to release. But I do feel like this Seven of Swords can be in reverse. It can be about coming clean. It can be about some kind of confession. This could be you just being more honest with yourself, no longer lying to yourself about something. It's turning over a new leaf, okay? And with the Six of Swords, it definitely feels like future-focused energy. Having a new lease on life. Okay, whatever it is that you used to do, I don't know what it is because it's going to be different for everyone, but something that wasn't the healthiest for you, whatever it is, you're not doing that anymore because you're realizing with the Seven of Swords in reverse that you've been lying to yourself about how it made you feel or something like that. Because the Seven of Swords in the upright is wearing a mask. You're not doing that anymore. You're taking the mask off. You see he has this mask on, right? It's like, no, I'm going to take the mask off. I'm going to be honest with myself. That could even be why this Eight of Swords, which comes after the Seven of Swords, shows the blindfold is loose. It's not even tied. So I kind of feel like you're breaking free from something. Sometimes the Eight of Swords can represent a hidden personality. And you also have the Hangman, which can be a personality disorder. I don't know if you were dealing with someone with a personality disorder. You got the Knight of Cups here. Always. The Eight of Pentacles. Okay, now we're seeing work. I'm seeing something about work. I do see good news about work for some of you. Maybe even a crush at work. You had a Justice card. So you got Virgo, you got Libra, you got Pisces. And then a Seven of Wands. Okay. Excuse me, Leo, Mars. What's the song that I'm hearing? I Just Can't Give Up Now. It's a gospel song, I believe. I come too far from where I started from. That's what I'm hearing here. A lot of you, there's some chains that you're breaking off of you. For some of you, it's people pleasing with the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. You're working like tirelessly to stop being a people pleaser. Stop walking on eggshells for people. I do see some of you being very diplomatic. Could be in a work situation. But I kind of feel like what's happening is your defenses are coming up. As opposed to like letting your guards down. It feels like you're becoming more guarded. And it's because of what someone is doing or the environment that you're in. It could be a competitive environment. The Justice card is about cause and effect. So, this could be a legal situation for some of you as well, especially with the Seven of Swords in reverse over here. If you have a legal situation with somebody, and I mean a criminal legal situation, at least for some of you, a criminal legal situation, because the Seven of Swords in reverse is like the truth is coming out. You could have put distance between you and another person here. And then the Eight of Swords is jail. And then the Justice card is the judicial system. And this is defensive energy. So I don't know if you got somebody on the ropes. You got them where they are defensive. They're defending themselves against you or vice versa. But I feel like somebody might be going down if they've done something here to you. Wow. I noticed these two eagles here on either side of the card. And that's kind of giving me the same thing, like a bird's eye view with the Hangman here, because that talks about seeing from a higher perspective. Although the eagle is not the highest flying bird, it is one of the highest flying birds. So seeing from a very higher perspective. This could also be spiritual. It doesn't have to be physical. Because like I said, I feel a lot of spiritual protection around you. Some of you have, this is Archangel Michael as well. Let me unpack this, because if I'm getting a lot of different messages, I do see love for some of you. I see somebody that you could work with. If you work for a defense agency, the judicial system, in politics, if you're a teacher, if you're a blue collar worker, if you do any kind of care work, nursing, something like that, I feel like there could be somebody with a crush on you. Somebody could be asking you out. Something about 8 years is here. Don't know what that means. Some of you could be ending a relationship that's been going on for 8 years. Maybe you felt trapped in it, or a job. But you have good news coming with the Knight of Cups. That's well-being. That's like a lot of things coming at you, and you really have to choose like what you can truly take on. Again, remember I said here, she's picking up this last wand. So for some of you, that could mean that you have another stream of income coming towards you. Remember I said the thing about somebody walking into the store with the bell going off? I'm kind of getting, you could even be meeting somebody. Like maybe you're going to be going to a gas station, a convenience store or something, and you're going to meet somebody. This person could be wearing a uniform. I'm getting a storyline in my head. I saw the name Eric, like on a name tag. Someone's name could be Eric, because that was weird. But it could even be somebody who works at the place, like a mechanic that works at the gas station or something like that. I feel like somebody, this is blue collar work, somebody here has a crush on you, is going to say something to you. I don't know. Could even be like a police officer, a security guard, something like that. Somebody's going to be flirting with you with the Knight of Cups. That's flirtatious energy. But I also feel like something regarding work is coming your way. That dinging of that bell that I'm hearing, that I was hearing at the beginning of the reading. There's something that's protected. You have an archangel protecting you, and it says Jophiel. And what does it say about her? She is beauty and wisdom. So somebody could be brains and beauty. Like this person is what they call smexy, smart and sexy. That could be what it is. So it could be a Virgo, a Libra, maybe even somebody on the cusp, a water sign. And they're showing up in the prime of their life, okay? 20 to 35, 55 at the most. Somebody in shape, somebody who's very attractive. Strong, though, but I feel like as a last resort, this person wouldn't be like get physical with people just unnecessarily to like protect you, but they are protective. They are willing to fight to protect you here. Others of you, there's something going on in the workplace with the Eight of Pentacles here. I do feel like you have good karma on your side with the Justice card, and you're about to get some kind of good news regarding work. Maybe you feel a bit defensive or in a tense situation at work or whatever, and you could feel undervalued, underappreciated, or something like that. But there's some good news coming because of karma. What's going on with this Ten of Cups? I definitely see love here. Oh, love. I started hearing Love by Music Soul Child. He is a Virgo. There could be a Virgo walking into your life or that you're dealing with. But this is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. You got a lot of cups. A lot of cups. And then, like I said, a lot of swords on the table. Though now you got some pentacles as well. Okay? Well, at least one. And you got wands as well. Okay, what's going on with this Ace of Cups? This is a love offer. However, it says new love, creativity, emotional awakening, and fulfillment. But this is like the first cup that leads to these 10 cups here. So this does give me like going on a date with someone. But I feel like you may already be familiar with this person. Okay. You got the Death card, Scorpio energy. Okay, what is the Death card? The High Priestess. All this water sign energy. Cancer, Pisces. The initials B or J, or B and J could be significant. The High Priestess is a past life soulmate. I think we talked about this past life soulmate yesterday or the last time I read for you all before that. So the High Priestess is someone who is a spiritual counterpart. Okay, this is one of our spiritual counterparts because we are the Hierophant. Okay, so this is somebody that I feel like you will get along very well with. I feel like this person is different than other people you've dated. There's something different about this person. Very unique, very mystical. Okay. A lot of water energy. Some of you, you may not know this person yet. I feel like most of you do, but some of you don't know this person yet. Yeah, it looks like you may not know them yet. Look at this. You got the King of Cups again. The Lovers and the Wheel of Fortune. This is a soulmate. So you got the King of Cups here twice. Whomever this person is, they got a really, really big heart. I like it. So the King of Cups is 40 plus years old, okay? So you got the Knight and you got the King, what this is kind of telling me, starting with the Knight of Cups over here and then moving into the King of Cups twice. You could have two water signs. You could have two people. You could have two people that you have very strong emotional feelings for, because I am noticing that this Ace of Cups, the hand is facing the past, and y'all know I read that way. Why is it facing the past? That means that you already know this person. You already have history with them. Even if it's just recently that you met this person, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio person, there's somebody else I feel like could be showing up. Now, maybe there's a person here that's flirting with you that you get along with, or maybe you don't get along with. I don't know. But then somebody else is showing up as like emotional fulfillment. Like, you cannot beat the King of Cups and the Ten of Cups coming out together. And the Wheel of Fortune is a fated connection that God makes you available to this person, puts you on this person's path, puts them on your path, you know. This is when Jesus takes the wheel. This is being in the right place at the right time. It's serendipity. Fated events in your life, a fated encounter with someone, and it's showing up as this King of Cups. So the King of Cups is future, yeah, but you have the Knight of Cups facing the future as well. So there's a strong water sign energy, and it could be multiple people coming towards you. Maybe somebody that's a bit younger than you, and then somebody else who is your age or older. And then you have the Lovers, Gemini energy. So definitely giving very much a strong, like, this is your kingdom spouse. This is a match made in heaven. This is somebody you could be very vulnerable with. They don't judge you. They support you. They got your back. Taurus, the Empress and the Eight of Wands and the Fool. Oh my God. And the Two of Cups. I can't. And the Emperor. Taurus, what do you have going on here? You got a major love situation. I can't even hold all the cards, and they're little. Okay, let's do one at a time. So you are the Empress. We already know that, right? Definitely giving, when I looked at Jophiel being about beauty and wisdom, I thought about the Empress, because obviously she represents sensuality and beauty, and I consider her to be wise as well. I mean, she represents Mother Earth, Gaia. So this is you. This is you, I feel like, being a wife, being a husband, being with your divine counterpart. I see these two as, you know, essentially the Emperor and the Empress. They're on Earth. They're meant to be here together. They have a mission. They have a purpose for their love. It's not just about them. And then you have your counterpart with the Emperor showing up here. But it's telling me a story here, because you see how you are facing the future. Some of you are just kind of like really content with your life. You're in receptive mode. She is pregnant here, so there could be a baby coming. If you are into that, okay? And you can. This is your counterpart, though. And the Emperor and the Empress, to me, are my second favorite couple. The other would be the High Priestess and the Hierophant, which you're a part of that as well. So this could be an Aries person, doesn't have to be, but all I know is this person measures your energy. They're a provider, they're a protector, they take care of home. They're showing up as literally your other half, your person. The Lovers and the Two of Cups, Jesus Christ, with the Fool and the Eight of Wands. So this gives me being swept off your feet. This is whirlwind romance energy, Taurus. So there's an Aquarius here for some of you. Gemini. I mean, pretty much all the signs are here. This Fool tells you to just go with the flow, enjoy it. You know, it's not happening by happenstance. This is something that is fated for your life here with the Wheel of Fortune. God is choosing this person for you, choosing this relationship for you, and just telling you to kind of go with the flow, let it unfold naturally. It is going to grow into something. So it looks like you could be on a trajectory for marriage. Again, this is like love and marriage, baby carriage, yeah, you know. And whomever this person is, they're somebody who has a really big heart, loyal, faithful, emotionally stable, all of that good stuff. Any other messages I could get from this? I see you talking to someone. The Eight of Wands is a lot of communication, somebody flirting with you, somebody really sweeping you off of your feet. And I feel like this could be coming in rather quickly. This is the second fastest card in the tarot deck. So if you're not already connected to this person, if you're already connected to them, this is something gaining momentum. So the love is gaining momentum, the communication is gaining momentum, things are moving in the right direction. So just be on the lookout for like an uptick in your love life, or somebody new in your love life, maybe even multiple people. I ain't never just reading at all. But just know you are not alone. You got a lot of spiritual protection. Anything else? Also, big wins. This is being in a winning season. Major positive change. A positive turning point for you. Just feeling like luck is on your side because the universe is on your side. So basically, it's like close your eyes and make a wish because the universe is ready to bless you with whatever it is that you want when you get the Wheel of Fortune. The universe is saying you got good karma. You had the Justice card in the upright and this card in the upright. Both of those are good karma. So these are good omens to see. You could be seeing the number 333, like I said. You could even be seeing 1010. You have two 10s here. So it definitely feels like the end of something stressful and the beginning of something beautiful. So claim it, y'all. I will see you all next time. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Peace.